The famous and the revered Senator Keith Davey, who was the architect of so many Liberal victories in the 20th century, once said, "They can love you and they can hate you. You're still in the game." They hated Pierre Elliott Trudeau. They loved him. He was still in the game. He referred to Joe Clark, and the press had taken Joe Clark apart, and people were laughing at him. He said, "When they laugh at you, you are finished." So, Justin, are they laughing at him? Let's find out, because Patrick Gossage was Pierre Elliott Trudeau's press secretary. He joins me right now. The Prime Minister of Australia said that Trudeau was a flake, a lightweight. So the G7 leaders say he's just negligible. Other people say he's just a dreamer. Are Canadians starting to laugh at him?
Well, I think Canadians have certainly, he's lost his glimmer, he's lost his gloss with Canadians.
Right.
And I mean, I don't think they're laughing at him, and I certainly don't think they're laughing at him after the trouble that he's been put himself through, calling an election and going on a holiday when he should have been recognizing his own holiday on Truth and Reconciliation.
He's had the flags at half-mast for 4 months.
They're not laughing at him, and the fact is today he made a very sincere apology, and which he had to do. And I mean, it was quite something to see him apologize, because he's a rather arrogant young man. And you know, here he was saying, "I regret it. I phoned the chief of the First Nation in Kamloops to apologize for not coming. And by God, I know what it takes to get a leader to apologize. It takes a lot. I mean, leaders generally think they're always correct. You know.
But Patrick, the fact that he did in the first place, he knew it was coming along. He named the date, and he's the one that said we should be savoring this day and remembering all the lost children. And he's flying across the country going to a surf beach.
Well, yeah, and I think he genuinely knows he screwed up. And
but this isn't the first time. What about India? What about those other trips and what are those other events?
A lot of it's hubris, and a lot of it is, I think, being poorly advised, and we can talk about that at some other point. But I think, you know, with this young Trudeau, I think his issue is really, again, that he feels that he's the Prime Minister. You know, I know what's right, I know what I can do, and nobody's going to tell me what I can't.
He's Prime Minister, he's not Emperor.
He hasn't got a Keith Davey to tell him, you can't do this. And you know, I think that's really important to keep in mind. But, you know, I think it's a turning point for him, this trip, because it's such a glaring lack of judgment that he showed and that his people showed. I mean, it's unbelievable that he would be flying past the place he was supposed to go to recognize his own holiday. And I think in the long run, I mean, he's still in power. A win is a win. He did win the election. And you know what? He's going to cruise on that, and I don't think he's going to take a walk in the snow, if you want to know what I think.
I want to know what you think, and it's 3 minutes. Patrick Gossage, thank you very much. With Justin in his third term, now more than ever, you're going to need independent news. How else are we going to find out how many hundreds of millions of dollars he's giving to the former Liberal MPs? Stick with us. Please subscribe and PayPal. Keep us on the air.